Welcome back to Everlasting Summer, part 7 now, I think, right? I played with the volumes a little bit to make it better, but I just wanted to start here quickly to talk a little bit about how this series is working. Apparently I've worked my way a lot into the Elisa route, and I think I'm going to go with the Elisa route. I asked one of my best friends if I should go to the dance or if I should go with the Rebel Girl, Elisa, and she said go with Elisa, so I was like, okay, we'll do that for now then. What I'm going to do is I'm going to eventually try to get every ending in the game. Apparently there's 14. I know there's good and bad endings just from reading some reviews on it before I decided to say, yeah, let's play this. But what I'm going to do for the first playthrough here, at least, is just play it and make the decisions how I would in real life. Just say, if I'm going to do this, then that. I'm going to just play it on my own. I'm not going to say, oh, I'm going for this route. I'm just going to play it and see what route I get. After that, we'll start say, okay, we'll go for Lena this route. We'll go for Miku this route, all that stuff. To the Russian English-speaking guy in my comments, I can't read your name, I apologize, but thank you, you are such a great help. Let's get in. I'm actually a little curious how this, where this left off, because I record these in chunks. So I recorded the first 3 episodes and then the next 3 episodes at once, so, oh, what happened? Wait, were we on day 3? This time she won't get away. I grabbed her hand. And now what? I can't just smash her head against the table. What's going on? I forgot what happened. This mime show lasted a few seconds. Suddenly, Ilyana skillfully grabbed a glass full of compote and splashed it against my face. That way she managed to get my hand off her. She dashed off to the counter, and I chased her. This resulted in several flip tables, a pile of smashed tableware, 5 crippled pioneers with various injuries, and full exhaustion of both parties. A draw, sort of. A belligerent draw. With too much of belligerence. We stood before each other and breathed heavily. Tell me you won't behave this way again. I'm still trying to remember where we left off. What happened? And you? Olga sneaked on us from behind. When you looked down on it, such a riot could be unnoticed. Well, are you satisfied with yourself now? Her voice appeared to be calm, but I was sure she was just about to explode. Those eyes, man. And who's going to clean up all this mess? Exactly what happened. Who? I'm asking you. Who? Him, replied Ilyana with full confidence. Her, I objected less confidently. Both. Camp leader has given a quietus to the still ongoing argument. Generally, I wasn't sure that my share of the blame is more than hers, although Ilyana didn't have a drop of guilt on her face. Beat it. I'm not cleaning. Ain't nobody got time for that. Oh my god, no. This is his fault. He started first. No, it isn't. Oh, yes, it is. I don't like the pronoun game, because now I'm in the dark. I'm not going to sort out all this nonsense. Semyon, go grab a mop, a bucket, some cloth. You know, that kind of stuff in the closet. And you. She looked at Ilyana with such a burning gaze that I felt a bit sorry for the girl. You. Start to collect the broken tableware immediately. Olga took a deep breath and continued. You're nothing but trouble. How many times have I told you? I decided to skip the lecture and went to the closet that appeared to be near the exit. Suddenly, a perfect idea flashed in my head. Why don't I just run away? Sure, Olga has caught us already, but I'm not the one to blame. Of course, I'm not that true pioneer she keeps talking about, but in comparison to Ilyana... Anyway, she's the principal culprit. It's not like I have nothing better to do than cleaning up the mess here. I have to seek the answers. The truth is out there somehow flashed through my mind. I'm not gonna run away. No. Nah, running away is barely a good idea. For starters, Olga has caught me already, and dashing off would only aggravate my punishment. As well as that, I indeed was partially guilty. Of course, it was all her fault. But if I hadn't reacted like that, probably we would have avoided this thrashing. Probably. I've opened the cabinet and took a broom, a mop, and a dustpan. Olga wasn't anywhere near Ulyana by the time I got back. She's gone? Can't you see it yourself? Ulyana looked upset, with all her youthful spirit vanished without a trace. Okay, hang on a sec. I'll go wash myself a bit first. I shot her an angry glance and headed to the exit. Washed the scraps of lunch off myself and returned to the canteen. Well, no escape. We had to clean it up. It's all because of you. Just a single gaze of hers gave me the creeps. Of course. That's me who's guilty of everything. That's me who's a local natural hazard. Oh, shut up. Still, it's kind of strange that she's not trying to avoid this cleanup duty. She probably realizes the same as you can't get out of it, so... Ulyana had a solid opportunity to just run away and leave me alone, but somehow she did the exact opposite. Diligently gathering broken plate fragments, mopping the floor, picking up chairs and tables. In fact, she was so fast that I had a tough time keeping my pace with her. Now, ain't you suddenly acting goody-goody? I just turned southern there. Know what I'm saying? It's not like I want to spend the whole day here, you dork. She still sounded irritated. Listen, you gotta understand that one can't behave like that. At least to such an extent. Somehow I thought of doing some morale talks with her. I haven't done a thing. It was you who was calling me names. Ulyana grabbed a bucket with a mop and went to the farthest corner of the canteen. Looks like she's still angry. Looking back at the mountain of broken tableware, I finally got to understand the scale of the catastrophe. We're lucky that at least the forks and spoons are made of metal. We still got something to eat with. But there are hardly any plates left. Hey! Ulyana called to me with a shout. I came closer to her. Aww. I don't get it. Why do you hate me so much? Her face became so serious that I was ready to believe that it's not just yet another trick of hers. Why do you think so? Just to be on the safe side, I'm turning that down a little bit. I have no idea. That's exactly why I'm asking you. I don't hate you. It's just that sometimes you behave as, well, you know, as simple as that, but still true. As what? I have no idea. She lifted her gaze, boiling at me with curiosity. Well, for starters, what's the great idea in pouring the compote all over me? You were asking for it. She smiled for the first time since we started the cleaning. Yeah, exactly. I heaved a deep sigh. So, what do you expect from the others then? Nothing, she replied acidly. This discussion was over, so I just continued cleaning up in silence. It took us a few hours to fix up the canteen. Wow, you made a big mess then. At least all the broken tableware was gone. Chairs and tables were in their designated places. The floor looked clean. We're sitting together with Ulyana next to the food counter, breathing heavily, deservingly resting. Now you see how much effort had to be put. Now you see how much effort had to be put because of a silly trick. But I'm not tired at all. Though the sweat pouring down her face told the opposite. Oh, well, good for you. So, what are we gonna do next? I have no idea about you, but I'd rather go. Nope, that's not all. You have to... She hesitated. To help me with another little thing. Thinking of another silly prank? You bet. She was smiling broadly. I'm not your man here. I'm more than fed up with just one punishment for today. Okay, here's the deal. If you're gonna help me now, there won't be another single prank. Sure, that was an inviting prospect, but somehow I couldn't bring myself to trust Ilyana even for a moment. Well, it won't hurt to ask. So, what is your cunning plan? We're gonna steal the candies. What? I should have expected something like that. Candies are for kids. Soon the chef will come out to dump the trash can. Nobody's gonna see us. Count me out. Whatever. She grunted and turned away. Then I'll do it myself. And I won't allow... I couldn't even finish the sentence, as Ilyana has already jumped over the counter, ran to the cabinet, opened the door, and started rummaging through it. Hey, cut that. It's not like you haven't got enough problems with Olga. She didn't reply. You won't get away with just a cleaning duty for something like that. Ilyana closed the cabinet. She held a huge bag of candies in her hands. Ah, you little. Put it back. She stuck out her tongue at me and dashed off through the back door. I couldn't just leave it like that. I've darted in a chase. Sure, the girl had quite a head start, but I've still funneled all my energy into the pursuit. I won't lose her again. Here we go with electronic music again. We ran through the square, turned our steps to the music building, and came out to the forest trail. I've almost caught Ilyana as she stopped abruptly. I couldn't pull up just as sharp, so I crashed into her, sending us sprawling. My cat has now noticed me, and she is bugging me. We rolled down the grass. Gotcha. I gave a victorious shout. No, you didn't, she replied with an ashamed tone. Ilyana was lying under me. Her face was right next to mine. I felt her wavy breathing and the heat of her body. Sure, right now she's only a child, but soon enough she'll become a woman. It was pretty embarrassing. Gonna rape me? She said, coming back to her senses. You want me to? Whoa, guy, calm down. Anyway, it was more like a game for her. Sure I do. She made a cunning smile and snorted quietly. Or was it just my imagination? I'm not really in the mood. Whatever. Wow. Ilyana reached out and bit my nose. What? I wasn't expecting that. He even pulled back a little. Just a few moments of hesitation were enough for her to wrestle out and run a dozen feet away. Watch it. You're gonna regret it later. She laughed out loud and disappeared into the woods, never to be seen again. The candy bag was left lying on the ground near me. I wonder if she dropped it on purpose. It's getting near dinner time, so I had to hurry up and return the candies. And preferably, very preferably, stay under the radar. Of course, I'll explain the situation. It was Ilyana who had stolen them. But who's going to believe me? Olga was already waiting for me at the entrance to the canteen. Good job, Semyon. On what? I hid a bag of sweets behind my back. The bag was transparent and too big to be put in the pocket. I was talking about a cleanup. Everything is clean and tidy. And where is Ilyana? And where is Ilyana? I wish I knew. She'll come soon. Okay then, go and have your dinner. I entered the canteen. Not a big surprise that it was full. Now I really don't know how to return the bag without being noticed. Certainly I can do it in the evening, but what do I do with it now? Semyon! I turned around, and Slavia was in front of me. Wow, what is this? She looked at the bag I didn't manage to hide in time. Caught red-handed, or more like candy-handed. Let's prepare for some scolding. These are... sweets. Where from? I've stolen it. Damn it. Got them from Liliana. Oh, I see. Same old stew. What do you mean? It's not the first time she steals sweets. And why am I not surprised? Let me handle this. Thanks. Slavia saved the day yet another time. Every day. Literally, it's been 3 days, and every day she's saved the day. She took the bag and headed to the buffet. I had no desire to listen to what she was going to say while returning the sweets back, so I started to look around the canteen, looking for a place to sit. It seemed that I will have to share a dinner table with Electronic and Shurik. There were no more places to sit. What's happening, gentlemen? Every time I had to deal with them, I was getting an itching desire to tease them, or at least to drop something cheeky or cocky. Might be too risky to behave myself that way, but Electronic brothers were my primary source of positive emotions. How are you doing? Fine. What about you? It's and Mrs. Oh, sure. Has anything happened? Lots of stuff. Mind sharing? Nah, some other time, maybe. As you wish. He made a helpless gesture. I don't know what Shurik is from, or if it even is from, but I'm just having fun with that voice now. I'm not sure if I even read that message, but whatever. We're going to the disco after dinner. Oh yeah. Electronic giggled. Hee hee. I know that. Who would you want to ask out? I haven't thought about it yet. What about you? It seemed that this question caught him off guard. Ask Ilyana. That would make her happy. No thanks. Electronic furiously waved his hands. And you, Shurik? Gotta ask Elisa out. Thanks. I'd rather abstain. He looked calmer than his mate. Oh, come on, guys. It would be fun. And in any case, we've got things to do. We still have to finish the robot. Oh, that's a marvelous idea. Ask out your robot. Can it dance? It can't even walk yet. Shurik probably missed the point completely. Why, it would be a great demonstration of her achievement in front of the camp. And what will we show to them? Yeah, you're right. They both stared at the plates disappointingly. More dots. Is that just more dots? Yeah, it was. I could have sworn I hit enter. Dinner was over and the pioneers started to disperse. What will you wear for the ball? I asked Shurik and Electronic. We don't have anything special to wear. We'll go as we are. He pointed at his pioneer uniform. They don't seem to care about their appearance at all. Guys don't normally do that. Why should I care then? Wearing winter clothes is not an option, so I'll go just like that. When does it start? After 9 o'clock. Got it. I left the canteen and deeply inhaled fresh evening air. I remembered those rare discos I used to go to at school. Hesitation, insecurity, and even fear. I couldn't dance. I didn't know how to react if someone would invite me. I wouldn't dare to invite someone myself. All in all, I felt pretty uncomfortable about it. And it was even more unpleasant to watch others having fun. Not envy at all. More likely, it was an abrupt feeling that people can enjoy something so odd for me. I thought that there was still lots of time till disco, so I could sleep a little to be fresh in the evening. But you're not going to the disco, guy. Coming into the camp leader's cabin, I flopped onto the bed instantly and shut my eyes. Powering down. I'm secretly a robot. Wow. Actually looks kind of cool with all the shadows. Strangely enough, I got up right on time, even without an alarm. Clock was showing 9. Such a rare thing to happen. I felt sluggish, though. Probably it wasn't the best idea to sleep during the day after all. Going to see Elisa instead of the disco. So it's time that... How does he know what I'm doing? But I've agreed to help Lena. And what should I do now? Oh, now I feel like a dick after he said that and reminded me that I agreed to help Lena. Shut up, Owl. We're going to Elisa. I think after I'm done this playthrough, I'm gonna go with the Lena route. Whatever. In a couple of minutes, I approached the stage. Maybe it was a bad idea accepting the offer. Just talking to Elisa means danger. On the other hand, I wasn't eager to go to the disco. What can I show there? Your sweet tricks? I'll only disgrace myself. No, I'd better listen to Elisa playing the guitar. Coming closer, I saw a person sitting on the edge of the stage with her legs dangling. So, you came after all. Elisa put the guitar aside and jumped to the ground. There was even a trace of joy on her face for a moment. Playing for someone is surely more interesting than being alone. As you can see. What are we going to do? What do you mean, what? I'm asking you. Well, you wanted... I had a sudden idea that this situation is one of her usual pranks and I shouldn't expect any guitar songs. I'm going to sleep. Bye. Turned around and waved a hand intentionally slowly. What the hell, guy? Hey! Lisa snatched my sleeve. What? Don't you want to listen? Listen to what? You don't know yourself what you're going to do. I know everything! Oh, you pissed her off. She took the guitar and hit the strings with a mediator a couple of times. Sit next to me. I thought it was going to be an electric guitar, not an acoustic, whatever. I didn't object and was sitting beside her in a moment. Better this way. Miss the disco, leave now, and what will I be doing next? The role of a stranger was more suitable for an observer, and not for the eager searcher of the answers, who I wanted to be so badly. So, I'll show you how to play this song now. Just like that? Right away? What right away? I haven't held a guitar for a long time. She probably knows better. Okay, those commas don't belong there. It doesn't work like that. Nah. She probably knows better what and when I've held. What? My skills were enough to make a cat laugh. You laughing, Spirit? Nope, she's sleeping. There's nothing difficult. I threw an intent look at Elisa. It distinctly appeared to me now that she just can't express her feelings. She could lose her strained self-control for a moment, and I'll see a casual and even funny and friendly girl. And when her self-confidence and impudence, I don't know how to pronounce that, whatever, turn back on, then greet the tit as my mother would like to say. And who's the real one? Hey! What? Stop sleeping! Oh, yeah, sorry. So, are you watching? I am. What song is this? The one I played in the morning, of course. Oh, okay. I'm listening. Lisa made up her mind and started to play. That's it. Did you get everything? I may have understood, but I probably won't be able to repeat. How shall I put it? It's okay. Practice spares results. She's undoubtedly right on this point, but I had problems with practice all my life. Well, guitar skills have shocked her. I took the guitar from Elisa and tried to play the first chord. It was hard, as if my fingers tied into the knot and dreadfully didn't want to be in the right place. I did better before, but now I wouldn't even be able to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Well, wait a moment. Looks like you won't be a rock hero. She laughed kindly. Oh shit, can I go back? Okay, I can read back. I accidentally held down space. It may be better this way. I hissed vainly, trying to remember the order of the strings to press. Well... The guitar started to make devilish sounds resembling groans from a wounded dinosaur. How'd you know? My left hand fingers constantly missed right frets, and my right hand wouldn't strike in rhythm. Let's call that a progressive rock. Progressive? Well, well, give it back. She took the guitar away, and it sounded completely different in her hands. I felt embarrassed about my clumsiness for a moment. Elisa's skill may not be on the level of a real guitarist, but nevertheless, she played simple things like this with confidence. She must have had a lot of practice. "Did you get it this time?" She finished and offered the guitar to me. Well, I did better the second time, but it was still a long way to Elisa's level. As to any other good enough level, I was aware of being totally worthless compared to her. Seems so simple. Play a song with 3 chords. The tune is too simple, though. I put the guitar aside. Elisa was lost in thought for a moment. Even a preschool kid would play it better. Thanks. I tried. I noticed. She might be trying to demonstrate her evident superiority of playing the guitar. It's not like everyone can be a musician. Not really. Elisa looked up at the sky. Though you can't be one for sure. Thanks. Why is that? You should have listened to yourself. I started to regret coming here. Well, don't mind me. Why does Elisa need this? It was obvious that I'm a horrible guitarist. Obviously. But if I have some practice... So, will you practice? I don't know. Maybe I will. The guitar is the most minor of my problems, though. It was a strange world I can't escape from. It is more important than stupid arguments with Elisa. I suddenly felt an annoying self-pity. Apathy? I don't have to pronounce these words on a regular basis. Apathy to leave, and a wish to leave this place, to forget this evening. Those feelings left a nasty impression and a burning desire to do, or to say something stupid. As if it will change anything. What? That I'll learn to play a guitar. You surely won't. You'll strum the guitar for a couple of days and give it up. Elisa's words pierced my heart. Shot through the... You know what? Oh well. Should she know? Is it a concern of hers? Do I react this way just because it is true and that it's Elisa who spoke that truth? You can't know how to do everything. Probably not. But you should be able to do at least something. So you mean I can't do anything? How should I know? You know, I what? Should I tell her about my computer skills? Or about the books I've read and movies I watched? Oh well, it's a pointless conversation. Goes without saying. You're just all about having fun. And you're all about whining. Forget it. I jumped down from the stage and walked away from the concert area. Go, go. I heard Elisa yelling to me. Already going. I hissed. The path had led me to the square, as always. There was Slavia in the center of it, sweeping the area. Oh. Oh, Semyon, hi! I thought everyone is asleep already. No, what are you doing? Cleaning up after the disco. Why didn't you come? Just... And where have you been? I hadn't the slightest intention of how to... I hadn't the slightest intention to tell Slavia how I shamed myself on stage with a guitar in front of Elisa while the whole camp was having fun at the square. I took a walk. Okay, but you should have come. It was fun. Glad you had it. I sweat like a pig today because of worries or just a hot night. Hey, do you know where I can have a bath? Certainly. Go straight and then a bit to the left by the path. Then to the right, and there will be a bathhouse. Should I accompany you? No need. I'll find it myself. I totally didn't want to burden her more. I walked a forest path in the direction Slavia showed. My whole body was itching. How didn't I notice it before? And what else didn't I notice, more importantly? If things keep going like this, then I'll have to stay in this world forever. I've shivered of the thought. Probably of the idea that I didn't feel any terror or even just fear. It looks like we're out of time though, so I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.